Hello, good morning again. Satsang Astrology here today to talk about the full moon in Leo at the end of the month, January 28th, 2021. And it happens in Central Time at 1:16 in the afternoon. It is a very powerful full moon. I am screen sharing only, no video. Take it as a bad hair day. Now, I wanted to go quickly with this video because I would like to give you a hint for your personal rising sign. And I didn't want to waste too much time preparing my appearance because the substance of this is more important, I think. So bear with me. I will share the charts and every rising sign chart so you can see your own chart configuration as it is in your birth chart. So you can have a few hints and some advice about how to use the energy of this full moon in Leo, 9 degrees 06 minutes. And as you see on the chart, we have here the sun in Aquarius, almost exact partile conjunction with Jupiter, which makes it for a big light. So this moon in Leo is receiving not only the light of the sun, but also the reflection of Jupiter, the optimism, the enthusiasm of both together, right? Because those are the two solar system bodies that are most positive and most optimistic, and they look to the future with hope and love, right? It is very creative. And all that light in Aquarius makes it very social, focused on social issues, focused on groups, networking, probably a lot going on online through the internet, and all that energy, that even eccentric energy and out of the box events may happen, and that will be reflected on the moon in Leo. And we can count on having this uplifted spirits in the masses, in the public, and also in your emotional body, and your responses to the environment, responses to everything that is happening. But all that optimism, it is triggered and it is challenged by Mars, especially Mars, because it's the closest square, but also Uranus, right, which is just 3 degrees, less than 3 degrees away, because it's in reality is 2 degrees, because it's 6:49, which makes it also almost 7, and that is just 2 degrees apart. So it is a strong square with both Mars and Uranus, and it makes it for a very challenging full moon. Remember, full moons are the culmination, the awareness, the complete awareness of the light. You know, the full moon at night is completely illuminated by this sun and Jupiter, in this case, light. So it's reflecting the maximum emotional energy, but at the same time is becoming aware of that light that the sun and Jupiter are projecting on the surface of the moon. So whatever is happening in the area of your life under Aquarius will be shining the light on the moon, on your emotional body, on your reactions, on the way you feel about things. But as I said, the energy of Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus is definitely a powerful, let's say, unconventional, unexpected burst of energy, right? Mars, it's an impulse of independence, look and seeking for freedom from these stale, stubborn energies of the house occupied by Taurus. So you probably are very set in your ways in that area of your life. And here comes Mars and Uranus that just a couple of days before in, let me find the date exactly when Mars conjuncted Uranus on the 20th. And you probably felt your stubbornness in the area of Taurus being challenged and almost aggressively attacked by Mars, right? And if you were too much set in your old ways and too much solid in that area of your life, you probably may have experienced an earthquake, emotionally and psychologically speaking. But I don't discard that in the environment and in the natural, it could be an earthquake or a natural event or catastrophe that may be felt as an earthquake. It could be volcano eruption. It could be anything that has to do with resources in the land, natural things. It could be also financial, especially considering that the ruler of Taurus, which is Venus, as you see here in the chart, it is exactly partile conjunction with Pluto. So the both energies are working at unison because see, we have Mars and Uranus shaking things in the economy, in the financial realm, and also natural resources. With this ruler Venus being profoundly transformed and completely smashed to the most essentials by Pluto. The influence of Pluto is of a all or nothing, death even and rebirth, which means that the values that we hold dear in Taurus are being completely destroyed and rearranged for us. So I hope you see the profound and dimension and the profound dynamic and change that is coming with this full moon. It is an ultra powerful full moon, not only because the ruler of the moon is being the sun, it is opposing, but is also at a detriment, right? The sun is not as powerful as the middle of the winter in the northern hemisphere, even though it is the middle of the summer in the southern hemisphere. We all know that the traditional astrology was thought from the north node, the north northern hemisphere, I wanted to say. So this sun is not as powerful because it is really opposing his home base. But as I said, the moon is ruled by the sun at the same time. So at the same time, the sun will be overpowering the moon and burning that moon. So this is, as I said, a powerful transformational full moon, especially with the cardinal energy, which is 6 points of it. We have this against 9 points of fixed energy. So we have a lot of fire, earth, and air, and almost nothing of water. See, the moon is burned there, and we only have Neptune in Pisces, so we don't have much emotional stuff. We just have action and material, concrete things taking form, right? The ideas and the we have this impulse of life taking form, and also being communicated air, right? Being communicated outwards, but very little emotional or psychic implication there. Let's see. I talked about the conjunction of Mars and Uranus that preceded by a week this full moon. So we certainly have by then, by the full moon, we have seen breaks, right, in society because Uranus rules Aquarius. Then we also had on the 23rd of January, we had the sun conjunct Saturn. And if you look at the chart of those full moon, the sun is a sandwich between Saturn, that is, sun is separating from the conjunction to Saturn and is conjuncting Jupiter. So the sun comes from a place of being restricted, cold, being constrained. And so that creative energy has been a few days before, on the 23rd, has been restricted and limited, right, in the social realm. And now it is looking for expansion, for bursting out in the, probably you will see that in social media, through the news, etc. And let me see, Mercury is stationing retrograde on just 2 days after the full moon, but we can count this slowing down of Mercury, the mind, right, and the social activity, communications and all that is slowing down to a point of halt, which is happening on the 30th of January. And at the same time, the Mercury stations on the 30th, it is the sun will be at 11 degrees where Mercury will turn direct again. So we have this 2 dates, January 30th, and then in February when Mercury turns retrograde, very tied to the sun activity during this full moon. So you can count areas of communication, spread or broadcast of information, news, and even your mind, your thinking is very tied to this full moon today. And then, as I mentioned, during this full moon, just a few hours earlier, the Venus conjunct Pluto, transformation of finances, the economy. It's a complete overhaul of those issues, even relationships, of course. In fact, the financial aspect of the relationships is the one that many very often determines if a relationship stays or ends, right? How many marriages are ended because of financial problems. So relationships and finances are very tied together. And as I said, Venus is the ruler of Mars and Uranus in Taurus. So, and those are triggering by a T-square that you see very clearly here by the red lines, right? The opposition, moon, sun, and then this T-square with these planets in Taurus. So what I will do is go for each rising sign, I will give you some ideas of what areas of your life will be triggered, and I'll give you some advice on how to balance this T-square. This T-square is like having a three-legged table, right? So you may, and I will give you a hint on how to solve this instability, right? Because this is a very unstable energy. So as you see here, you have the chart of the Aries rising sign, right? And we have the trigger of this T-square in your second house. So you may have an abrupt changes in your finances, your personal income, possessions, and your also it could be something about your self-esteem or your personal values, your ethical values, and also second house is family lineage, right? So something in those areas is triggering understanding or an awareness in your fifth house of creativity, the joy in your life, that is being that is reflecting the light of your social environment, your friends, the groups where you belong. Those are reflecting on your creativity. Whatever that means for you, but for you, the way to give stability to this T-square is to focus on the shared resources and probably lean on sharing your energy with another person, or it could be inheritances, taxes. So you try to look at that area of your life where Scorpio is, also your sexuality, and how you share your energy with other people. So let's go to the next chart is for Taurus rising, and the trigger will be you yourself. So for my clients with Taurus rising, I have already told you that you yourself are having sudden unexpected changes that you didn't even think you could make in your life, in your own personal life. And this full moon is affecting the four angular houses in your chart. So it will be a very huge overhaul of your whole life. You yourself will be introducing changes in your personal life. It could be your appearance, it could be your the expansion of personal changes, or breaking with your old personality, and that will have an effect on your where you live, and the professional life, or the career, or the job that you're doing. Your boss is then projecting that life, that light onto the your home, right? So this could be your decision to change, for example, your career and go in another direction. And that will also affect your partner here in Scorpio. So lean on your partner for the degree of support that you need in order to go with these changes. So next, we'll talk about Gemini rising here. And for you, Geminis, you will have secret enemies, or some hidden influence that is suddenly affecting you. It could be coming from your unconscious, also from past life conditionings that you brought to this life. It could be simply psychological processes that you are becoming aware, because Uranus brings awareness to the psychological baggage that you have brought from previous lives, right? And your conditionings. Also, it talks about radical changes that could break your if you have addictions, for example, or if you have dependencies, or if you have any self-undoing or self-harm behavior, this will be excellent time to break with those. And what happens is that it will trigger the belief system. It will trigger what your vision of the future is, and how you will face that new belief system, and that new beliefs will shed light onto your mind, your daily life mind, your planning of the daily activities. But also it could shed light on your siblings, on your neighborhood, neighbors, and in general, it would influence your communications, and how you how you think, and how you perceive reality around you. So next, we'll talk about Cancer. Here is your ascendant in Cancer. And oh, for Gemini, sorry, you can lean onto your sixth house. So sorry, I for Gemini, you would be if you want to solve this T-square the best way would be to focus on solving the conflicts that you may face, and also attending to your health, attending to the work that you do every day, the routines, etc. So it makes sense because it changes also your environment, right? So now we go to Cancer. So for Cancer, you may have sudden events in the groups where you belong, or you may have challenges or breaks through or breakthroughs in your friendships, the society, the group, the social group where you have activities, and people with whom you share same beliefs and same causes, you know. It could be a disruption of also the earnings that you receive from your employer. So that will trigger a crisis in the way you share resources with others. So it touches three of the money or finances houses. So here you have the earnings from your employer, right? Second from the 10th. And here you have an awareness of your own money, your own possessions, being the light of your shared resources reflected on that. So there might be changes from your employer, and also, or it might be changes in the shared resources with a partner. And as I said, here you have Venus and Pluto. The resources or the energy of your partner may be compromised, and so your shared resources will be diminished or in some way transformed, right? Diminished, maybe not, because Jupiter expands, but at the same time, the sun is not in a good place in Aquarius. So it could be expansion and restriction because of Saturn as well. So it is a mixed bag here. But in any case, the emotional support that you need, right? 8th house of transformations will shed light on your own energy. On 2nd house, the energy of your body and your values, right? Your not only your finances, but your ethical values as well. The way you balance that is to focusing on attending to the joy in your life. What makes you happy? Your children, right? You will have to focus your energy in order to balance this T-square. You will have to focus on your children, your creativity. Maybe you start painting, making music or any other art in order to express yourself, right? And express the joy that you experience. So next will be Leo, and Leos will have the full moon, the annual full moon in your sign. So you will certainly become aware of something about yourself. In your appearance, it could be in your body, your health, your personality, right? You become aware because something happens with a partner or with another person that is reflecting, or that light is reflecting on you. So it could be the expansion or the accomplishments of partner, or even a new partner that comes to your life with optimism and enthusiasm, and it will shed the light on your personality, and you will feel so happy and shiny, right, because of someone else. And in this case, it could be a male partner, because both Jupiter and the Sun are male energy, but it could be a female with a very outgoing and projective energy as well. So it doesn't mean a precise gender, but it's just energy. And it is an expansive and enthusiastic person that may come to your life, and the trigger will be to your social or civil status. Maybe that person comes with a proposal, you know, and you get married, or maybe that person comes with a partnership for a business or something that you can do together as a profession. And then in order to balance this T-square, you may focus on your home and family, right? And make and concentrate all that three points of energy onto your home life or family life. So it looks great for Leos, though challenging as it is already, this full moon. So let's move to Virgo. And for Virgo, the trigger is in your belief systems. So something that you have believed for a long, long time and to which you are very attached is breaking. And it has a week earlier here with the Mars Uranus conjunction. So your belief system is breaking for some reason, transforming and showing you a new light. And that will affect your work. It could be affecting also your health and any imbalances that you may have in your daily routines. So if you have pets, that's another possibility. This area of your life is shining a very expansive light, and it's reflecting on the moon in your 12th house. So it's showing you some truth about your spirituality and even your secret life. It could uncover secret enemies for you. So things that have been hidden behind the scenes. And for you, the way to solve this T-square would be thinking, communicating, using your intellect and your practical mind in order to make plans. For example, you can make plans, for example, in order to solve a health issue or a work conflict. And also your siblings will be in the picture if you are to balance this energy. You may focus on friends, close friends, neighbors, right, siblings, but especially getting information. Third house is gathering information from the environment, so that may help you with this full moon. So next we'll have, oh shucks. So next we have Libra. For Libra, the full moon is in your 11th house of friends, also earnings from your employer, the groups, social media, or any other groups that you have joined for a common cause. But the light is coming from anything that you enjoy doing, and your creativity. Also, if you have children, that could be shedding light on your social activity or social groups. And the trigger would be a break or a shake in the 8th house of shared resources. You may have, for example, transformation, sudden change in the energy that you share with someone else. It could be also a sexual change in that is transforming your life, your romantic life in the 5th house, right? And it's changing or having your friends become aware of those changes, right? Suppose that you get a new romantic partner, and then you present it to your friends, and that makes a shake in your sexual life, for example. So the focus to balance this T-square is your 2nd house. In this case of a romantic partner, it could be that you focus on your own sexuality or your own energy, right? And using your, they could be focusing on your self-worth or the level of your self-esteem. But it could also mean that you are focusing on values, right? That will have a consequence on the values, the ethical values that you have. So that is for Libra. And next we come to Scorpio rising. And Scorpio rising, here it is the opposite of the Taurus rising, because in this case there is a partner that has a sudden change, unexpected change or upheaval, right? And something happened to your partner, and then your family life, and in this case it's a committed partner, your family life is changing and expanding. So that sheds a light on your civil status or your professional life, because you may be, because of a change in your partner's life, you may be moving homes, and then your public life will change as well. Maybe you need to also change your career or your employment, right? And so then in order to balance that, you will have to change something on your own personality and the way you approach reality in the world, and in the way you are seen in the world. Maybe if you divorce, for example, because Mars and Uranus are planets that may break partnerships. So then suppose that you divorce, then you move houses, and then you will become divorced or single, and then you will have to change everything about your own personality, because now you're single. Okay, so next will be Sagittarius. And for Sagittarius, we have the trigger, the shake will be in the area of your work or maybe your health. Something may be discovered. All of a sudden you discover something about your health, and it could be positive or negative. The planets don't tell me that. They just tell me the kind of energy that they bring. But if it is positive or negative, that depends on your choices, right? and your previous choices as well, because it depends on the context of your life. Suppose that you already had a very stubborn, right, Taurus health condition. So now there's a breakthrough and you find the healing, for example. And that will affect the way you think, and maybe a communication that is happy and happy-go-lucky, you know, and it reflects on your belief system. So here, in order to rebalance this T-square, is to focus on your spiritual life, and also maybe study the shadows in your life. Maybe study the secret enemies that are hiding behind in your psychology. It could also mean that you have the opportunity to focus on resolving psychological issues or past life conditionings and things like that. So definitely it is a challenge here in the area of imbalances, conflicts, maybe controversies. And then your belief system will be clarified by this Sun-Jupiter light reflected on the moon. So next we'll see Capricorn. And for Capricorns, here's the rising, and the trigger will be your children, right? Your children, or your the things that give you joy in life, whatever you are able to create or you are willing to create. Now there is a breakthrough, or it's a challenge there that something has to change, or something changes suddenly, unexpectedly, and then it will awake this energy in your finances. For example, if there is a change in your children, then you may have to invest money. Jupiter is well known for being very expensive and expansive. So you may have to invest money, or you may have to spend money. And that will reflect on the common shared resources with your partner. So the focus would be, for example, asking help from your friends or groups where you belong, or the earnings that you receive from your employer. So, and also the 11th house is your hopes, your dreams for the future, and what you want to build for the future. So it could be challenging if it is your children, but it could also be the way you enjoy life and the things that you enjoy in life. It depends on your stage in life, or it depends on your birth chart, and if the planets conjunct any natal planets, etc. So then we'll have Aquarius. And for Aquarius, that's another fixed sign. So it will form a T-square on your angular houses, which means that the whole life, your whole life is affected. So the breakthrough or the challenge could be at home. You know, some people experience electrical problems at home, or something that is physical is broken at home. So, and it could be also a breakthrough or a challenge or an unexpected event among your family members and your family, your household. And that will trigger your reaction, your personal reactions of expansion or spending, you know, and it will shed light also on your partner, right? So the way to rebalance this T-square is your professional life. So you may focus on looking for a job, or the way you show in the public eye, your reputation, right? Your civil status, because it's related to a partner. If you have a committed partner, then that breakthrough at home may be also marriage, right? And that's the way you solve the balance, the imbalance of this T-square. It's very dynamic energy, so I expect that you will receive an event or a situation or something that forces you to change. It's not something that you have a choice. Something definitely will happen. We don't know exactly, but we know at least the area of your life where it happened. So that'll be for Aquarius. Then we have the last sign of the zodiac, which is Pisces. And for you, Pisces, the shakeup or the breakthrough will take place in the area of your thinking, the way you communicate with other people. You may have very aggressive, unexpected communications from a sibling, for example, or something is breaking in your neighborhood. And it could be aggression as well because of Mars. It could be sudden, unexpected aggression from, as I said, a neighbor, a sibling, and also in the social media, your close friends, etc. So something in the communication or neighborhood is going wrong, I'd say. And then it awakens your unconscious conditionings, you know. Sometimes you may have set ways in which you do things because you've always done that way, and that is your conditioning, your psychological imprint that you brought from a previous life, and that you will become aware and will shed light on the conflicts that you are facing, right? The things that go out of balance here in the 6th house. So the way to solve this T-square will be to focus on your belief system and analyze there very profoundly, Scorpio. And also you have Mars, the ruler of Scorpio here. So it will be that you need to focus on what is in your belief system that is not working anymore, right? And what is it that you need to learn, something new that you need to believe in, because your past beliefs do not match the reality anymore. So this is, as I said, the hints that I have for every sign. And I hope this is helpful. And I hope that you can follow me on my dailies. I post on Facebook, MeWe, Tumblr, and Instagram as Sat Sangat. Here you have the contact information. If you appreciate my free offerings here on the channel, you may think of considering making a donation. I also write a blog here, Sat Sangat Astrology, blogspot.com. So you can visit, and if you like or prefer to read, you can visit my blog. But as I said, I do dailies on the social media. Also, I would like to share with you you have now the possibility to study astrology with me. So if you're interested in going deeper into your birth chart that you can read yourself, I can teach you all the basic elements of astrology. And I have a course that has already started. I post those videos on YouTube, and I share them twice a month with you, and then you will have the opportunity for consultation with me, video consultation through Zoom, personal one-on-one question and answers for each class. And then you will have quizzes and exercises in order to, from the beginning, start practicing using the elements that you learn in order to read your own birth chart or a chart of a person that you know very well, for example. So that is the possibility that you have now to study with me. So don't hesitate to contact me. You have my contact information in the description below this video. And I look forward to teach you and for you to study with me. It is a very exciting course that goes through all the elements, including the north and south node and the eclipses, etc. So you will certainly be very, very satisfied with this course. So I look forward to seeing you there. Meanwhile, have a happy Leo full moon on January 28th, 2021. It's at 9 degrees of Leo, opposing the sun and Jupiter. And here's the contact. And I wish you a wonderful January. And I wish that you are able to overcome any challenges that you encounter during that time. So happy January.